We didn't do like the LinkedIn shit and all that too.
That's coming soon.
Everything goes live.
Yeah,
everything. What am I pulling up? What's the? It's not Safari. It's
Chrome.
Chrome. Right. Actually, I guess I can do it because you're doing it on there, so it doesn't even matter now.
Well, can you start your? Can you start the pants parties on Facebook?
Start the parties.
Oh, REDCON Gym is live too.
REDCON1 Gym went live with it.
You did a live too?
Everywhere.
Where's that from? Maybe where's the REDCON Gym live? Oh, it can do live?
Yeah, you can do it on multiple Facebooks now.
Oh, Facebook, not Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant REDCON Gym.
No.
Hold on a second, guys. We're running a tiny bit behind, so I'm going to share the. It's on the REDCON one?
Yep.
Sure.
Positive. It says live. To the left.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, share this with everybody. Turn the volume off. Oh,
That's so zoomed in.
I'm the digital producer today.
Oh, you're Ryan Stiles.
How do I do the watch party over here? It doesn't have that on this anymore.
Well, I guess because you're not live through this computer, so maybe you can't do the pants.
Oh, damn. So we got everybody to watch the damn thing. This may not be the best option after all, right?
Oh, it is.
Because you can't.
Oh my God, look at those two.
I can't put it on the watch party to get everybody to watch.
Go back to just REDCON's homepage. You're on the tier ops.
It's a sadness report.
What happened? Sorry, guys. Just give us 1 second, as we are a little bit behind today.
Ryan confused everybody.
Yeah, did it a lot different than normal.
The Book of Faces is disrespecting us.
I don't think it works, Ryan. I can't even get it.
I'll get my computer. Here, you start the show. I'll get it going. I'll start the piece.
It didn't even.
You ruined everything.
It didn't even.
I blame his man bun.
Probably at least part. It won't like scroll up and down.
No, it's broken.
Wow.
Ryan literally broke Facebook.
Not the first time.
So you can actually do the watch party.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Somebody
give
call
us 1
Zuck.
second. We're getting us all going. Ryan ruined it all, so just trying to figure out how to. When we try something new, at the last minute, it never seems to work.
This is when we can't have nice things because of you.
I'm telling you. Oh, you can do a watch party if I pull it up on here.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta find it in the thing though.
Don't raise your voice at him.
That was more of like
That was a very commanding tone.
it's a, like enunciation. A very it will happen.
Don't use big words around me. Okay? I get upset.
Oh.
Feel disrespected.
Okay, let's see. There's the dance party. All right.
The pants party.
There it is.
There it is. Here it
All right,
comes.
here we go. Sorry, guys. We're getting the party started right here.
We need to put like a on his desk for people to dial in.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like a telephone?
Yeah.
Call
That'd
in
be a lot.
questions?
That'll be a lot.
Hey, we can use that red phone that we used for the president commercial.
Sorry, guys. I apologize for taking so long. Let me just say, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is well. And I hope you're not freaking out, going crazy at home. Thinking the end of the world is coming.
So much toilet paper.
Yeah, stocking up with toilet paper.
Coleman.
Yeah. I accidentally stocked up on toilet paper like 3 weeks ago.
You accidentally did?
Yeah, because Tierney went and bought a shit ton of toilet paper, and then our subscription that I have came at the same time.
You have a toilet paper subscription.
Yeah.
Smart.
So I get it every month, so I don't have to go buy it.
All right.
Because I hate going to buy it.
So there we go.
So now I have an ass load of toilet paper, pun intended, for the apocalypse, and I don't have to go hunting for it.
Well, aren't you lucky?
I am.
So before we get going to all the big details of the day, let me just start with the deal, because ultimately, the deal's so good it has to be mentioned. So what I got right here is I have everything. They're all ready. Unless you want to show it.
I was going to be Vanna in the corner.
So this here is the K9 Veterans Day shirt. Yep, totally. Got the red cone on the back. Totally for free when you spend $50 on the site. Just to explain quickly what this even is K9s play a big role on the front lines of the war in general. So the tier operators, the tier 1 operators, not our tier operators, the tier 1 operators who are out there like Delta, SEAL Team 6, etc., they're used constantly and play a huge role. But all the teams now have dogs, and in the last, really since 9/11, dogs have become a huge part of the war on terror and in the military in general. The sad thing is that when these dogs finish their job, when they retire, they don't have a place to go. There's no real system for them, and a lot of them are being euthanized, which is absolutely crazy to me. So what was really neat that Mike Ritland, who's also a former team guy, a SEAL, did is he started the Warrior Dog Foundation and provides homes for all these dogs. They have 180 dogs so far. He brings them into his sanctuary where they get to have fun and live a great life. And ultimately, he tries to get them adopted. Well, it's expensive to have 180 dogs there and to pay for them, to feed them, to train them, and make a cool place for them. So we're donating a lot of proceeds for this weekend's deal to the Warrior Dog Foundation to help give these dogs who have done so much for us a home. And I can only imagine that everybody out there loves dogs like we do. And when dogs, these guys fearlessly give their lives all the time. And the dogs will sacrifice themselves to kill the bad guys, basically. And quite often they do. And so the dogs that make it out and retire, we want to make sure they have a nice home. And so Canine Veterans Day is not something widely celebrated, but when we saw it, Ryan and I were looking through military holidays. When we saw it, we're like, you know what? This is actually something that probably not enough people pay attention to. We do all the other veteran holidays. We do all the birthdays of all the different, from the Marines to Army and everywhere in between. All the branches get celebrated, but the canines don't. And I think it is a really cool thing to do, to mention it, make it a big deal. And so we have this year. So for $50, you're getting the shirt for free, which is pretty damn cool. Our team, JP's art team, did a great job with this. You're also getting, this is where the deal gets insane, the American flag hoodie to go with it, with the $50 purchase. So for $50, for free, high state of readiness on the sleeve. For free, you're getting both of these things with the $50 purchase. And you can use the code K9, the code word K9, your coupon code.
Letter K.
And then 9. And you save 25% on your order in addition to getting all this free stuff. So it is a pretty crazy deal. And I'm excited to present the check to Mike Retlin and his team at the Warrior Dog Foundation. So not only are you getting good stuff, but you're helping a good cause.
Can we get an office dog?
Well, I'm getting a dog pretty soon.
Or an office dog?
An office dog. I don't know. I don't know.
Protect us from the intruders.
I'm pretty sure that it's safe to say that Jay the lawyer would not be okay with a dog here.
I think in the warehouse it would be the problem, right?
I don't know. I think probably in general, I'd have to ask him, but office dog would be lonely at night. What is he doing by himself? Who's going to let him out at night?
Protecting us. You put a little pee-pee pad in the corner and he'd be protecting the building.
I guess if you could teach him a pee-pee pad, that may work.
Yeah.
I'd be nervous because our building has so many people coming in and out, and a protection dog is trained, obviously, to protect and attack. Mm-hmm. So if it's your house and you have a bunch of family members, you'll be good to go. But put him at night in a building like this, somebody comes in on accident and dog,
wrong place, wrong time, bro.
Maybe not so good for them. I mean, so our dog is getting trained. Nola is being trained right now by John Devine outside of LA, and he trains. He was a SEAL dog handler, trained dogs for the SEALs, and was a SEAL himself. And our dog is being trained, and the idea is that the dog is great. First off, the dog doesn't ever attack kids, which is amazing. So they teach the dog under no circumstances you ever attack a kid. Even if I tell it to attack a kid, it won't attack a kid.
What about a little person?
I think probably a little person they wouldn't attack either. Honestly, you may be able to get away with it.
There's the chink in the armor. You get a little person that comes to attack your house and rob you.
Even that may be. I'll have to ask him if they would know. Maybe there's a different smell that the little person gives off, or maybe they can identify that it's different.
Yeah. That's the lack of innocence.
Maybe. But anyway, so this dog that we're getting is going to be expertly trained. It knows to heel, sit. You see him run with the dog, and the dog literally, with no leash or anything, runs right next to him. He'll zig and zag, and you can't get rid of the dog. Also, one of the cool things, when I didn't get to see the dog who came here, AJ, what was his name?
Oh, yeah.
The dog, Bongo?
Yep.
Something like that.
He was
AJ.
awesome.
Yeah, he brought his dog. I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong, right? Bongo.
I just kept calling him Puppy.
Well, not the dog. No, I'm talking about the man who was trained the dog.
Oh. I was going with the dog. I was
calling the man.
You called him Puppy?
I called the man Puppy.
Yeah. So he's a local trainer that I'm sure I'm going to be able to use to help keep Nola up to date, right? So he brought in the dog, and people were blown away by the dog.
Yeah.
Did you get to hang out?
I did. I hung out with the dog. The dog was extremely good, and the other interesting thing was he knew all the guy told me the commands, and I felt like I was an expert trainer.
I thought you performed the commands. Like you said, sit, and you sat.
I was no less obedient.
He trained you.
Yes. You told him, yes, puppy.
Yes. Yes. It was interesting, too. Jumping into the chat on the live chat, I was quizzing our customers coming in, and not one of them got the year right that K9 Veterans Day started.
I don't know if I get the year right. You want me to guess?
I will put it out there, and if you get it right,
I'm going to say 2007.
Mr. Silva?
2001.
Way wrong.
Uh,
Much, much earlier.
really?
Yep.
From World War II when they used dogs?
It was actually 1942.
When they used dogs, yeah.
Yep. It was after Pearl Harbor, when all the dogs got killed in Pearl Harbor. Of course, doing the research, trying to understand what. And it was interesting that the guy who trained all of those dogs to honor him is how they made it.
Wow. Well, I know there was, in World War II, there was like a dog brigade.
Yes.
They had dogs, and then it kind of went away for quite a while. I know in Vietnam, I think maybe they tried to use dogs a little bit, but dogs really weren't used almost at all until around 9/11, where they started using them.
That's why
when they cleared houses and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, they started clearing houses with them because a dog will go in and doesn't think about his
Getting
life
shot,
or getting shot. He thinks about doing his job, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the dogs really are used, started getting used even later, like in 2006, 2007, when right around then, when like SEAL Team 6 uses dogs on every mission, basically every night op. So the dog will even literally they'll parachute with the dog. They can they can fast rope down with the dog attached to them. So it plays a really integral part in going in there and getting the bad guys. Also, one of the big things is when you hit a house, if there's multiple exits, they call it like squirters if they're trying to run away. So if you hit a house and they're coming out of the building, like they're squirters, the dog will make sure that they get the squirters.
Okay.
Yeah, if they run out, you're getting nabbed up quick.
Yeah.
A few things to discuss. I got some questions earlier, and I'm sure there are going to be questions. They're live questions, but a few things that people asked I want to be clear about. One is the basic training series, which is all of our products that are coming out that are single ingredient products like beta-alanine, citrulline, and so on and so forth. We have a very plain BCA mix with no flavor. We have
monohydrate.
We have creatine monohydrate. We have taurine. We have a whole bunch, a slew of them.
Hand sanitizer?
No hand sanitizer. That would have been key.
Yeah.
That was Teddy was trying to sell me on some sanitizer. He like buying it $4 for a 10 milliliter sanitizer. $4.
Yeah, they tried to sell me last night.
And $8 for 60 cc's. And I asked, because Anthony had one that size, I said, how much you pay for that? He's like, $1 at the dollar store. Yeah. Like, it's $8 to make one. Give me a fucking break. Yeah. It's a Teddy bad business idea. Anyway, where was I with this? Basic training series.
Yeah.
So basic training series, our thought process is it gives you guys the opportunity to make your own products. If you want to take Total War too and soup it up, and you go, look, I would love some hemp in my Total War. We don't have hemp in Total War. You can throw it in. You want to do all these people throwing these crazy amounts that may not even make any sense.
Citrulline.
Yeah, so like 6 grams of citrulline malate is the scientific efficacious dose. But some pre-workouts out there now figure like they'll just throw more in there because more is probably better, or maybe you'll see that
More
8
pumps.
grams instead of 6 grams and be like, well, that's got more, even though it doesn't do anything. But if you want to say, hey, what would it be like to do 12 grams of citrulline malate in my Total War? Now you can, right? Or anything else. We want to have creatine monohydrate in Total War. Maybe you want to put that in there. So we have all these products coming out in the next month that are going to be a really awesome add-on to the products that we carry. And our thought process behind the scenes is twofold. One is that all of these products are in every single store. So when you walk into any GNC, Vitamin Shop, Sporting Goods, or all the mom and pop, stores that we sell for 1,000 mom and pop brick and mortar stores, every single one of them has creatine monohydrate. Everyone, even every supplement section anywhere has creatine monohydrate, along with a lot of these other ones we just discussed. So our thought process is this: if we can come in at the same price or potentially better with a REDCON version of the same ingredient that you would expect, so you have confidence in that it's all right, and maybe the other person's would have been exactly the same, but if we have the same price and it's cooler, and you like REDCON, and you want to support REDCON anyway, and the branding is cooler, how can we not take a tremendous amount of business from other people that are just a generic creatine that nobody's even heard of? Back in the day, and I don't remember what the brand is doing now, but there was a single ingredient brand that was doing $10 million in sales that was so ugly and so basic, and it was doing $10 million in sales. Remember, and this is not in grocery chains, this is just strictly in specialty. And I remember thinking to myself, how the hell are these guys doing $10 million a year in sales with like the ugliest product I've ever seen? And it's just because every store has to carry these ingredients anyway. So if you have to carry it, maybe only do it 3 deep. But if there's 70,000 stores that have nutritional supplement products carrying creatine. Why don't we have those 70,000 stores everywhere? Why not? And so I can't see any reason not to. And then the second big reason is because internationally, stuff like carnitine, which we'll have, liquid carnitine, is extremely popular. Creatine monohydrate, extremely popular everywhere, and it's a commodity. So for them, if our price is exactly the same, why not buy it from us? They're already buying other products from us. They're buying creatine anyway. So if they're buying creatine, let's say for $10, and we sell it to them for $10, why would you want to buy it from some no-name company? Buy it from who you're buying it from anyway, because all these distributors are already buying from us.
And I think the key piece with that is that the trust that we stand behind the product, right? So as a lot of companies, business gets tough or competition gets hard, and not calling out any specific, but just business in general, as companies start to cut corners, it's really, we're going to take the stand forward to say, hey, we'll stand by the product and make sure you're getting exactly what's in there.
Yes. And I think because people believe in REDCON1 so much, and because we have so many fans and friends, extended family of the brand, and they're all buying that shit anyway, they want to continue to support it because they believe
it's a convenience thing. Now you can do it all in one purchase. Maybe for creatine, if they buy it somewhere else, they have to pay shipping for that too. Now they can just buy it, pay shipping once with us, and that's it.
Yes, and obviously we are continuing to grow on Amazon. This month has been probably and we'll talk about it in a minute, because of, I'm sure, the coronavirus. People are really, really stocking up on Amazon. We're getting a lot of purchases, we think, from people that are brand new. They're looking for items like meal replacement shakes, meal replacement bars, and a lot of other products, and it's leading them to really stock up heavy on REDCON1 products on Amazon. Well, as that channel expands for us, while we're not focusing on building Amazon, we'd rather people come to the site, purchase on the site, get deals like we're doing today with the free shirt and the free hoodie. But if they're buying on Amazon anyway, especially if it's a new customer that doesn't even know REDCON, they just happen to find us because they're looking for creatine, because they're looking for taurine, because they're looking for beta-alanine, and they see us, if we are beating or equaling the price, we're going to capture them. So that's a lot of that is our thought process of the basic training series, and we know it's going to be super popular, and all the products will be out within a month. I can't say within this month, but within 30 days they'll be here, and we're all pretty excited about that, right?
I'm ready.
Yeah. So what else? The other question that people were asking was about, let's see, there's another one that was important that I saw a bunch of times. Usually we would have the laptop out and look at the little questions, and can you do it, you think, without messing anything up?
Yeah.
You'll just come back to that. While he's doing that, let me tell you guys about the new bar release, which is next Friday, right?
It's the 20th, yes.
20th. So the best bar, Emery bars have grown into something really big. The Emery bars are a tremendous part of our business. They're a big percentage of our revenue, something like 15% or so of our revenue, which is for one SKU, there's 8 or 9 flavors or whatever, 10 flavors. But for one product, that's a really big piece of our revenue. And it continues to grow. Well, I will also say that Emery Bar has much more potential than we're taking advantage of. Even though the numbers are great, and yes, it's growing quickly, it could be so much bigger. And there's 2 reasons why that is. Going with like Ryan with all the two reasons. So one reason, Spring Apparel is that. Yeah, that's it. Let me finish my reasons, then remind me.
Finish your reasons.
So one is because I think the packaging of the Emery Bar, I love. I love it. It's matte black. It's very tactical looking. It's super cool, hardcore, badass packaging. I love it. But all of those exact same reasons make it a little bit out of reach for women consumers. Now, if any women have tried it, they know that's bullshit, and they're for everybody. And we have tons and tons of women that they're addicted to Emery bars, and it's part of their daily diet. But if you are a new customer and you're at your grocery store at HEB, or as that channel, FDM channel, has grown so much for us. If they're at their local grocery store at Albertsons or whatever, Kroger, and they walk and you don't know the brand, you're gonna maybe pass by the matte black, rubber finished box. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, phone call. I hate when that happens. I should have turned off the ringer. But if I do it now, it'll turn the whole thing off.
Yeah, you'll take off the Wi-Fi.
So anyway, that same box that I love is something that would make people pass it by on the shelves of a grocery store. So what we have done is we're starting to change, and this first new bar, the cookie dough bar, is our first changed packaging. You'll notice it's a coyote khaki. It's still on brand. It still looks awesome, but it's a little more appealing to everybody. Now, each and every bar, as we redo the boxes, you'll notice are going to be different. So, like the peanut butter and jelly bar is going to have basically like a jelly colored, almost like a dark jam colored.
Oh, cool.
Motherfucker. Sorry, guys. Same person is calling me over and over now from California. Hopefully that'll stop happening.
Maybe
We lose people every time that happens.
Yeah.
We lose people. Yeah, we lost like 30 people just because of that. So, anyway, each bar flavor will be in a different colored box, and is going to be a really cool addition. So that when people come and look at the product, they're going to be hopefully more open to it. And then the second thing is we haven't had an actual flavor yet that puts us over the top. So for Quest, which I sold for $1 billion just recently, that had a bar called the Cookie Dough Bar.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know that was it cookie dough. Or was it
No, it's cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. Sorry, cookies and cream.
You used to eat that one all the time.
Yeah, I love that one. So Quest bar started slow, was picking up, doing pretty good, getting better and better, and then all of a sudden they came out with the cookies and cream bar, and it literally exploded.
Yeah,
their
it was like
popularity.
that. It was like that light blue wrapper.
Yeah, it's what literally put them over the top,
Yeah.
where people were like, "Oh, I thought it was pretty good before, but this is crazy," and it became the real entry point for a lot of new customers to try the bar and say, "Oh shit, I need to be eating these. These are unbelievable."
That's what got me.
It's what got me. It's what got a lot of people, and then you try the other flavors after.
Yeah.
So we haven't had one. We've had a lot of great ones. We had some big hits and everything. But we haven't had one where it's like you have to
Defining
serve this one with this one to get an idea of what the bar is. Obviously, our bar is unique because it's beef, chicken, salmon, eggs, and all that, with gluten-free rolled oats, dehydrated yams, healthy fats. But with all that, and now the new packaging plus a super hit bar, I think people are going to lose their mind, and it is going to take us to the next level of the grab and go section of the anything performance food type section. So that's what we're expecting. Everybody's super
The
excited.
whole office lost their mind. You couldn't find one after like a few hours.
Yeah.
They were,
Every single person here thought it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It ranked from unbelievable to the best bar ever. I would say probably 80% said the best bar ever.
Yeah.
And then probably 20% said their second favorite or like just ridiculous.
Yeah, because usually with most of the flavors, you have some people that actually don't like it, some people like
Yeah.
it, some people love it. This one was like, everybody loved it.
Yeah, we have a weird thing that happens where it's a weird. I don't know. I'm sure it happens to anything with anybody with palates and tasting anything, but it's such a weird difference. Like, there's one person who will be like the best bar ever, and then one person who goes terrible. I hate it. So this is the first one that we ever had.
Universally
where everybody's
loved.
like awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that will be out on the 20th. This coming Friday. It's coming up.
Yeah.
So people get excited. There's a limited supply initially, so be prepared for it to sell out. Unfortunately, it will be. We have more being shipped on the way, so it should only be sold out for a week or so. But if you want to be one of the first people that get it, make sure that when we make it live on the site, you're one of the first people to buy it. Because how it works here at REDCON1 is first in, first out. So the people that start ordering, like when we do a deal like we're doing right now, motherfucker, it's the same person again. I don't have to turn it off.
Oh, Wi-Fi
Stay
stayed
on. Okay.
safe.
All right. That won't happen again. I have no idea. It's the same person calling over and over again
You gotta see what
with no name.
you gotta see who that is. I'll call after.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I apologize. That won't happen again. I got it turned off now. What was I saying?
We're going into first in, first out.
First in, first out. Yeah, REDCON1. So on a deal like this deal happening right now, there's no time like the present to order because the longer you wait. So if you wait till Sunday night at 11:30, like many people do, we have this huge spike at the end of every deal where people wait till the very end, the last minute to order. And what ends up happening is those are the last people to get their order. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people will be mad because they'll be like, "Oh, I ordered on Sunday and I didn't get my package till Friday."
Yeah.
Well, what ends up happening is we ship the package in the order they come in. So we have a huge deal where a crazy, like this last BOGO deal where we have incredible volume because of Arnold and the booth being closed and everything. We did this deal. If you ordered in the last minute, you're probably not going to get it because if it takes us 2 days to pack it extra, we have to get through the initial 2 days. We're packing Sunday, and it goes out to you on Wednesday or Tuesday evening. You're not going to receive it till Friday. So I guess the big point I'm making is if there's any time it's a deal, whether it's right now, taking advantage of the deal that's going on right now, or it's taking advantage of the deal coming on Friday with the new bar, you need to make sure you put your order in quick. Don't wait.
I was trying to describe it because a lot of people would write in because they had saw people. So the best description I have, and tell me if you agree, when you used to go to the movie theater, the cookie dough bites that were covered in chocolate, where it's not super sugary, but it has that delicious flavor, and then the topping of almost a Nestle's Crunch with the little rice.
Yes.
That's kind of the hybrid of...
Yeah, I was going to say that's the one thing difference between the cookie dough bars is it has a little bit of a crunch to it, which is good. Yeah, a little crisp.
But the inside is incredibly soft.
Yes, it's incredibly soft. People are going to freak out when they try it. They're definitely, it's going to be like...
They're freaked out.
Yeah, they're going to freak out. Apparel release. The apparel release for the new spring apparel is when?
It's the last weekend of the month, of this month.
So, what is that, like the 28th or something like that?
Yes.
So the last weekend, so just start on Friday, last Friday of the month?
So Alpha gets in Thursday, and then it's open to the general public on that Friday.
Okay, cool. So Alpha team members, and if you want to be an Alpha team member, it's only $19.99 a month. Go to the site, join up. But Alpha team members get it on Thursday. Friday, we'll actually be going live with the new apparel, which is going to be, people are going to go crazy for that. So the new apparel, this time we have tank tops, right? That's the big thing people want.
Yeah, people want
tank tops, shorts, and hats are the things that people have been asking for.
Yes.
So if you've been waiting, a lot of people ask me even in the gym, when will they have more stringers, when we have more tank tops, when we have more, they're coming now. So this next release, because we had no tank tops at all for this one, we had no shorts.
Winter.
Yeah, winter. It makes sense, but a lot of people were like, I don't get it. So now you know. Now you know. That is the reason why. So make sure you're ready to rock and roll at the end of the month, on Friday, the end of the month.
We also have our boat party.
Oh yeah, April 10th. Yeah, April 10th we got a boat party, which is exciting. For at REDCON1 we do every month we do a town hall, and then about every 6 weeks or so we do a get together for team building. And so this next one at the last town hall, actually, I said, hey, I usually just decide, or we kind of like, a few people on leadership make a decision. But this time I'm like, you know what? Let's get everybody's opinion and see what everybody wants to do. And the vote that won, everybody voted. The vote that won was a party boat.
Party boat.
And so we ended up getting like a legit
big ass party boat.
Big ass party boat.
Yeah, it's huge.
I mean, it's like a cruise ship. No, we're not in no cruises, but it's like a 4-hour.
You could probably rent a cruise ship right now for very
very cheap. Very cheap. It's a big ass ship, and we're gonna be able to go on there, and it's open bar for everybody on Friday.
Foods.
And have a whole shitload of food, good food, and we're all gonna have fun together as a group outside of work. So that is April 10th. Not as exciting maybe for you guys watching, but I guess it gives you insight into how we run the business here. A lot of people always ask me, how do you build an exciting, fun company culture and stuff like this, events like this? Yeah, there's no return on investment, right? It's an expensive thing to do. And yeah, I'm not going to get any money back for it. We're not going to make money, but it does make the employees a better, more cohesive unit, and it creates a culture of people having fun, where there's stuff to look forward to, there's fun, and there's excitement.
You get paid in smiles.
Yeah, you get paid in cash, and you get additional smiles.
Oh, you get paid in smiles.
I get paid in
from the
smiles.
employees.
Yeah.
We all
People
smile.
love it.
We all smile at you.
Oh, that's nice. Smile for me. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So, I'm sure we'll have it. People will see it when we do it. So, next thing is kind of like a combined topic. So, everybody knows the Arnold Classic Expo was canceled, and that's why we did the boat last BOGO deal, and why we weren't here last week to do the show. Not many people went to the Arnold. It was myself, Eduardo, Darielle, and then Luke and James were in town.
And the two video guys.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. So instead of bringing, how many people were we going to have there?
Like 40.
40. Instead of bringing 40 people, we had 4 or 6, I guess, total. James and them left and everything. But so anyway, it was a very different kind of Arnold. The Arnold is usually crazy busy, high intensity. I'm literally rushing from one thing to the next, meeting to the next,
it's exhausting. Back
to the expo. Everybody was working the expo. Like Eduardo runs the booth. It's very, it's fun, but it's very stressful. It's a high intensity, and usually when you get back, you're beat up, and people get sick. You got sick anyway, but people get sick.
Not coronavirus.
Not coronavirus. It's like a tough thing physically, although it's fun, and I do look forward to it every year. It's fun. This year was way different. So the expo was canceled.
Yeah.
A large majority of the events were not allowed to have any spectators. The prejudging for the men's bodybuilding had no spectators except for us.
It was the press.
Yeah, press
judges.
And that's it. Yeah. And then the night show was about a third of the normal, busyness you would expect.
It wasn't fully packed, but they let more people in though. They were selling tickets like last minute. Like the Ticketmaster window was letting people buy tickets.
Yeah,
last minute.
So Arnold came up on stage and said that look, he did the right thing, canceling the expo. Prejudging, he said we did the right thing, canceling the expo. I didn't want to, but to have 250,000 people in one small place, he understands why they did it. But he was pissed. that they were trying to cancel the night show events because right next door or down the road they have the hockey game with 20,000 people, and that was okay.
Yeah.
So he was not pleased. And I think that even though the governor told him he couldn't do this or the other thing, he basically said, screw him.
Fuck you.
Yeah. And so there were people there, definitely at the night show, and there were people there that they let in for several of the other events. So, and I can't say that I blame him. I think it's ridiculous that they would allow one thing and then not another when they're right next to each other. And obviously the seriousness of everything has changed over the last week. But at the time, I'm not sure there was even one case in Columbus at the time. So, it seemed like it was overkill.
It was barely anything in America, really, at that point.
Yeah, so it was, but I'm glad I went, and it felt like a much more private, relaxed Arnold. It was almost like the Arnold vacation.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't feel
I got to take a nap.
Yeah, you don't feel like you have, we went to all the events that were open, and we did everything we could do. There just wasn't that much to do. At the night show, I was happy to do the webcast. Me and Luke Sandow did it with Bob Chick.
Yeah.
And we had already been sponsoring the webcast, but it became a really big deal to be sponsoring the webcast because so many people were going to be watching and were watching.
Yeah.
And so I think we all did a great job. Obviously, Bob is the man. He's the voice of bodybuilding and the MC for the Olympia, and he hosted it. I think Luke was funny and had some good commentary, and they did an all right job too. So I was glad to go there. I don't know that if I wasn't doing the webcast, I don't know if I would have even went this time. But I'm glad that I was because I'm glad that I did go.
Goes to show you where I am in life. I got to sit in the fancy chairs behind Arnold.
Yeah, you did. He sat in the little couches behind.
Yeah, I was on
Arnold.
the little couches just lounging.
Yeah, it's cool they did little couches this time.
That's a nice
That's
perk.
what they do at all of the like Middle Eastern shows.
In Saudi Arabia,
Yeah,
all the
Middle
fancy,
Eastern
all
shows,
the shows have fancy
You
chairs.
get like couches and you relax versus the normal.
And
seating.
I got my selfie with Triple H.
Yes, you did. But all in all, it was a really cool event. I'm glad that I went, and obviously it worked out great that we were sponsoring the webcast.
And we got to see Alex Cambronero win.
Yeah, we see Alex win. Cedric placed 6th or 5th. He was 5th or 6th? 6th. He placed 6th. I knew he was disappointed.
Darian got 5th.
Yeah, Darian got 5th, which is a big step up for her.
Yeah.
I'm sure Cedric will come back better later in the season. I know he wants to do a bunch of shows.
And now you're sponsoring the wheelchair.
Yeah, we got Harold, who's a multiple wheelchair champion. He's won the Olympia like 5 times, and he's won every show.
Yep.
He's like the best of all time in history of wheelchair bodybuilding, which is pretty damn cool. And the whole event was great. It was weird to be in Columbus where you have usually seems like millions of people packed in there like sardines. Walking the streets is even difficult during the Arnold, and this time it was dead. Really, really dead. So it was weird. I felt very sad for the economy of Columbus because they lost $60 million in just a weekend that they would have had, the biggest event of their entire year. It's like Black Friday being canceled for a retailer. So I felt...
One more thing, too.
Yeah.
Our dear friend Quentin got engaged.
Our athlete, Quentin got engaged and asked his now future wife to marry him. And we had a nice team dinner after the event, which was cool. It was good to see everybody and get together. And that was the Arnold.
Yeah.
Well, you almost forgot the most important part. While you guys were on vacation there, the Southeast Mecca had a party of our own.
Yeah,
Mecca,
good point. Yeah, so the REDCON1 gym, we had these athletes flying there, and a few of them, Frank McGrath and Brian Shaw, headed out there. Johnny Primo also helped host with Silky Tuba and everybody else. Ryan over here. The REDCON1 gym event, which was a big watch party to watch the Arnold Classic. And people turned out to be a huge hit. People really loved it, right?
Yeah, it was shockingly busy, and it was also a really cool vibe. Not often can you sit next to the world's strongest man while he's commentating the strongman on the Arnold.
I do it every day.
Well, that's true. The other thing is just the people who came in and traveled, they turned it into their own vacation.
Yeah.
So who couldn't go there ended up coming here and turned into a really positive thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we'll be doing more events at the REDCON1 gym. It's becoming more and more of a destination where people are flying in and coming to visit the gym, come train for the weekend.
It's like a gymcation.
Yeah, it's literally the gymcation in the country right now. Definitely the hottest gymcation. Come to Boca, come hang out, go to the beaches, come enjoy the how awesome Boca is, and work out at the best gym, arguably in the country.
The cleanest gym, too.
Definitely the
You got
cleanest.
Reggie walking around with the Corona killer spraying down all the...
Yeah,
all
or
the
literally
equipment.
spraying down everything over and over
Yeah,
again.
like
So-
as I was using one machine, he was like spraying it already and like cleaning it. So.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. It transitions to what I was going to talk about next. Is the gym, at the gym I've been asked several times, and then online about REDCON, is the gym going to stay open, right? Are you closing the gym? And the answer for the gym is absolutely not. The gym will stay open until, or if, hopefully not, that the state says or the government says that it can't be open. So the plan is the gym will be open, and as a result, because of keeping it open and that plan, we are now, the gym went from being really clean, first class facility to like ridiculous now, clean. Like if you were like OCD, that's what the gym is now. So we're constantly having guys adding an additional shift of cleaning. They're walking around with bleach, a mix of bleach and water, basically.
Corona killer.
Yeah, the Corona killer. Cleaning all of the equipment, cleaning the handles of the dumbbells, cleaning the plates, cleaning everything. We also have around the gym locations to disinfect. The big thing with we even have people in there wearing like the gloves and everything.
Yeah, they're wearing the gloves, yeah.
So the big thing to think of with the coronavirus, and this is the most important thing, is to wash your hands before you eat and after you use the bathroom, which you should be doing anyway, but make sure you do it for real this time, 20 seconds. Yeah, really wash them. And then at the gym, regardless of where you're at, or any event where there's people touching everything else, make sure you wash your hands often. For me, I wash my hands before I go or start working out. I'm washing my hands in the middle, and I wash my hands when I'm leaving all 3 times. I try to stay conscious of not touching my face. It's a very difficult thing to not, the T-zone, that's what Asher told me. Don't touch the T-zone. So you can do like this, right? But avoid the eyes and the nose and the mouth. And it's tough to do, and I'm been getting better about it, but it's one of those things where it's like you don't realize how many times a day you're touching your face.
Like if you scratch your nose, you're just like, oh, no.
Yeah, you have to remind yourself not to do it, literally not to do it. So that's the most important thing to remember. And then like we mentioned, the masks. So like if your mask is covering your mouth and nose, at least you're not touching those, but then if you rub your eyes, so it's like, you just need to remember not to do it.
Well, it's said too, the surgical mask actually can be worse.
Yeah.
The virus survives longer on that shit, and then you just touch it anyway when you take it off, and then you're fucked.
Right. The one thing I've been thinking, makes you more conscious now, like when you use the bathroom and you wash your hands, you can't go and touch the door handle because somebody else. So now I'm using the cloth, the napkin to open the door, and so
I just pee on my hand.
There you go. I just pour vodka all over it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the big thing to think about in terms of like staying safe. And the other thing is just don't go to any places where there's tons and tons of people around. It's like there's a lot of Jesus, Gordon.
I coughed here.
So anyway, nothing will be changing with the gym, and also with packing. People are saying, "Well, is our order to go out on time?"
People are packing right now.
People are packing literally right now at this very minute. So no, your orders are not going to be affected. Yes, you can still order on the site, and it will still come to you in a very as fast as we can get it to you.
Everybody also appreciated your anti-corona donuts that.
Did they?
There, yeah.
Oh, really? That's cool. Do we have enough for everybody? Everybody got one, right?
Yeah. There's not that many people back.
Okay, good.
I was going to just say, as we were doing research on the corona, kind of being mindful, it's kind of like the flu. Some of the products that we were going through our stuff, that's good to have, whether you get it now and keep it. A lot of people are going crazy for toilet paper, right? Whereas MRE is whole food that you can keep on the shelf for 2 years.
Yeah.
So if you're pre-planning on a deal like now where you can get it for a little bit cheaper, get something cool, keep it on the shelf, it's a good time to buy.
One thing too is like the thing for seniors too, even like if you give them an MRE shake,
that's
actually very healthy and better than like Ensure or any of that shit.
Man, way better.
And they don't have to leave their house. It's shipped right to their house. So if you have a senior in your family that
you want to live,
that you want to survive, then you should get them an MRE shake.
Yeah, so there's a lot of reasons, and that's why people have been, I believe, been stocking up a lot, is because people realize that Emery bars and Emery Light, it's whole food, and it lasts for years. So our shelf life is technically 2 years, and that's what we can say you should have it for. But obviously, like Daryl was asking me about a medicine because the medicine had expired. I'm like, listen, Tylenol, even if it's a year expired, doesn't mean it doesn't.
I think it loses like 10% of its potency per year that it's expired.
Something very little.
Because that's what Eric told me once. He's like, loses like 10 or 5% of potency per year that it's like.
Well, I know that in the military, one of the things we know is that what they do is when the medicines expire, they send a lot for testing.
Yeah.
And if it's a small percentage, or within the guidelines, they just relabel it with another expiration date.
Oh, wow.
But that's a common thing for pharmaceuticals. Because a tablet, right? Tablet's not going bad.
Right.
Like, the tablet's no.
It's not going to hurt you.
It doesn't build like any kind of bacteria.
Yeah.
It's like milk.
It doesn't decay.
Yeah. So, and like Eduardo said, there's some potential. And this is not even a 100% thing. There's some potential for it to lose potency, but like lots of times it loses zero potency.
Yeah.
What's the difference? It's an arbitrary number. 2 years or 2 years and 3 months, what's the fucking difference,
I
right?
wanted to ask you, totally off topic. Did you notice Milos's post where he mentioned like
Yeah,
REDCON1?
yeah, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
He said, he goes, Max Charles is in REDCON 1,
and then he
the
defined it?
readiness cushion 1,
Yeah.
ready to, he goes, as most of you know, which I thought was funny.
Yeah. I was like, the fuck? I was like, that's cool.
He did tag us.
Yeah, he did tag us. So I was like, that was weird.
I don't know if he's trying to send signals to
Yeah.
sign Max Charles, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if-
send you a subliminal message.
He's the mind after
Yeah.
all. It's very weird if that didn't happen on purpose. That was extremely strange.
Yeah,
to,
that was strange.
For his.
I meant to send you that, and I read it, and I was like, the fuck?
I thought to say I was going to tag him on it and be like, "What are you trying to send me?" I left it. But anyway, so I guess the takeaway is that we feel confident here that while this is certainly not anything to take lightly, and that the coronavirus is not a big deal, because it is definitely a big deal. In the scheme of things, even China is obviously the worst hit. I think they have, I want to say they have 80,000 cases or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, 80,000 cases. They also have a population of 1.4 billion. So in the scheme of things, as bad as 80,000 people is to, and I think they have over 1,000 people that died there. 1,000 people dying is a travesty.
We've already said
terrible.
that over 50% of the people that have gotten it have already recovered.
Yes.
So it's just the key thing is be mindful of seniors. Really, that's the people really at risk. Like
Right.
children don't get it, healthy adults won't get it. But if you have
Yeah.
some kind of respiratory issue or you have a senior in the home or around you,
Well, it's not don't get it. They may get it. They just recover.
yeah,
That's the big-
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they'll.
The scariest thing about the whole thing is that the worst thing is that you're asymptomatic for a long period of time. So
Yeah.
you may get it, and now you know you have it.
Yeah.
It may take, they say, up to 14 days. I know that depends on the person or whatever, but
Yeah.
that's the only really scary thing is that that's why you really need to be conscious if you're a senior, you're not feeling well already, you have a compromised immune system. But for here, at the office, everybody is either very young here to fairly young, other than like a few people. My father-in-law who runs, who is the office manager, and
Big
a
Rob.
few other people. Big Rob's not that old. He's in his 40s.
He's pushing 82.
Or is he 50? He's
Big
turned
Rob's in
50.
his 50.
He's not 50. He's maybe just turned 50.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe he's about to be 50. But anyway, even 50, the chances at 49 or 50 of are so
I was
slim.
listening on the radio. I was listening to the CDC actually. They were saying even 60. If you're a healthy 60, you're not that bad. It's like really in your 70s and 80s is where like you're really the most in danger. So.
Yeah. Let me see. So we're going to go live to the questions for you guys. I apologize. So until now, I have not been looking at the questions. I'm going to be looking now. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer them and address whatever we can. Or if you have any questions on there that we missed. If you have already asked the question, and it's before now, please keep in mind that I haven't been looking. It's not because I'm trying to be an asshole, strictly because I'm trying to stay on topic. But I am, well, no, you're the asshole. You got to cover for everybody. So
I fill the quota.
So for me, I'm not trying to ignore anybody, but I'm ready now. So spring apparel release is the last Friday of this month. What's the deal for the bars on Friday? For the new bar, didn't say there was a deal necessarily. I just said the bars come out on Friday.
It's fucking delicious. That's the deal.
When is Shaw Gainer coming out? We believe that Shaw Gainer will be next month.
REDCON1 make any non-dairy products?
Non-dairy products. Yes, we make Green Beret. We make Emery Light, Emery. Now, I will tell you, if you're lactose intolerant, they're all fine for you. Emery Bar is also fine for you. It's lactose free. But if you are allergic to milk, I do not suggest you take them because they're made on the exact same lines. That's the only thing I will say. My dad is 80 years old, grandfather, refuses to stay in the house. Sad today. You never know. He still might be fine. It's not like that's the end of it for him.
He's a fucking thug, man. He ain't scared.
How hard is it to get a sponsorship from y'all? It's not easy. You have to either accomplish something big or have a really big engaged following and fit the brand. But you can go to the tieroperator.com page, tieroperator.com, or just Google tier operator. You'll see we're number one, and join the team that way and work your way up the ranks. Why don't you all have Total War Pink Lemonade available all the time? It's absolutely delicious and amazing.
It is delicious.
I don't know. It looks like a temporary flavor. Maybe we need
So,
to make it.
I got a
can bring it
secret for
back.
you all.
Yeah.
The special edition ones are sold out, and we had a extra limited run of about 500 we could drop at any time. Maybe
Of what? Of
Pink Lemonade.
Oh.
They're hidden.
So they could come. They could be out in Miami Vice. Vice City is back, right?
It's coming back,
Coming back.
that's coming back in limited edition form because it won't be a full time, but it's coming with a matching T-shirt.
Woo, woo. Emery Light RGD is hopefully next month. We've had a very difficult time getting line time lately, which is so annoying. When are Cardillo belts coming back in stock? We have an absolute shitload of Cardillo belts. You should make a note of that. Make a note of that because
they are on the site.
They are.
They are on the site.
Chef Dan from Walmart says no.
Chef Dan, I got you, bro.
Concepcion.
Yeah. So he can find them on the site right now.
Yeah, they're on the site. I know this because
Are they hard to find?
Just type in belts.
They're in the accessories section.
Okay, check that out. They're in belts. Waiting on my FUBAR. Let me know how you guys like FUBAR when you get it. I'm so excited for everybody to try it.
Pro tip on FUBAR too, me personally,
Yes.
I've been keeping mine in the fridge, and I like it ice cold.
I like
Blu-rays.
the warm.
Justin's asking, new apparel release at the end of the month. Will this be the OG one?
This is so
This is the OG one.
transitioning from just seasonal to full collection.
Gotcha.
He may be looking for like a particular one that may not be available. Like the red is out in large and XL.
Gotcha.
Everything else is available though.
Basic training shoes and FUBAR in the UK. Yes, they're both coming for sure. Poro says, congratulations on the warehouse expansion. Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. So we have fully now opened up the wall,
10K.
and we're at 10K. We call it 10K, which is the overflow expansion warehouse is now part of the actual warehouse and is the wholesale portion, which is pretty cool. Is there any way to do Big Noise and Total War together? Yes, you absolutely can do it together. It's not like syrup. No, you just use enough water. It should not be like syrup. REDCON creatine, yes, it'll be out for sure with the
Basic training.
basic training.
How did the REDCON1 name come about?
It's a long story. It's long, but Eduardo was the one who actually found it, and we were looking for synonyms for military terms.
We were looking for a synonym for DEF CON. Remember?
For DEF CON. We were looking for terms in general. That whole thing was looking for cool terms, and Eduardo came across it, and I fell in love with it. We
The
looked
URL
up
was available?
The URL was 5 Gs. Took me a little time to decide. I don't know, a few minutes to think about that.
In Aaron time, it was hours. It
seemed like a long
in human time, it was like about 7 to 8 minutes.
Yeah, because I was like, do we really need this?
Yeah.
$5,000 for a name that nobody knows yet. Is it really worth
And
it?
we had no
Since-
income coming in.
Yeah, we had no income, so it was coming out of just my savings. The spring release, will there be more female options? Yes, there will be.
There are.
Is there going to be Alpha Apparel with the spring release?
So Alpha Apparel, the cool thing is there's actually going to be an ongoing Alpha Apparel drop every month, but smaller amounts,
Gotcha.
but consistent every month.
Are there any REDCON1 card decals left? If not, we need more.
So that's part of the new sticker program that's coming.
Okay, I don't even know about that. So okay.
Well, you ordered for the stickers for the orders. You sent an email about that.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
that was
right,
included. So that's
But
the.
we don't want the big ones for
no,
the
no.
car though, not just the
We
little
have
ones.
so included in the 5 new.
Yeah.
Is also that as a reorder.
Okay, cool.
Did you get bumper stickers?
Let's see.
Eduardo 2020.
RTDs, I told you. So RTDs are coming at the next month, hopefully. What do you consider a big achievement? Well, there's a lot of achievements, and I'm fortunate to have a lot of cool stuff, checked off the list in my life. And I would say the biggest one is my children. So number one is the kids, the kiddos. Chef says says sold out. Chef, you gotta go check this out, man. Just go in and type in belts in the search bar. Eduardo's looking at it right now. It's definitely not sold out. Unless you're just talking about one particular color of one particular size.
The red ones are sold out in large and XL. Everything else is available.
REDCON1 hand sanitizers infused with caffeine. It's a good idea. But
Yeah, that's my style.
Transdermal
Aaron, would you
caffeine.
like to live stream all of the IPB Pro contests for REDCON? I sure wouldn't mind. That sounds pretty cool. Any pro show, and formerly of the REDCON1 gym who had to move back. I know.
She
Ryan
abandoned
listens
us.
to you. Any pro show, you'll be sponsoring and will have a booth in 2020. I know that I'm sponsoring an absolute shitload of pro shows. So just about every one of them. So, from New York Pro all the way to all the California pro shows and everything in between. Jim Mannion's pro show and the Olympia. Well, the Olympia, we're just going to have the logos and stuff. We're going to be a sponsor, but no booth at this Olympia. We got to have some other ideas. And we're doing a whole crap load of them. I mean,
Ask her to hit up Skylar at
ask
REDCON1.com.
Skylar. Skylar at REDCON1.com.
Skylar.
Thank you for the killer deals, amazing product. You're welcome, Randy. Appreciate it. 9-line REDCON1 jacket. What is it coming out? So many people like that jacket, love the jacket, that I think it's safe to say it's going to be coming out sooner than later. The question is, how much would you pay it for a 9-line REDCON1 jacket? Because they're not cheap. That's the one thing, we set our price points really reasonable. I mean, they're really, really low compared to other people. Our t-shirts are still selling for less than $20. And like nobody else, 9-line t-shirts are all, $25 is the cheapest and it goes up to $34.99. So actual Redline jacket, I believe, would have to be listed over $100. So I don't know how many people would want that if it's over $100.
I think we tested.
We could test it. Can you add more options to the point rewards items, please? I don't even know what that means.
I do.
You do?
So, yes, we're working on that. As the program has grown, we're working with the developer to build out a more robust system. So right now we have a good system you can pick from 6 items. So we're working to quadruple that.
All right, cool.
There it is.
There you go. When will you have a REDCON1 helicopter? I'd love to have a helicopter.
And a jet ski.
How can I buy a REDCON1 gym shirt, Eduardo?
Just go to the REDCON1 gymnasium.
It's now live?
So REDCON1 gym shirts will be available on REDCON1gym.com next week.
Oh, okay. So they're not available. So you're giving bad information, Eduardo.
So go to the gym.
Oh, go to the gym.
Fly here.
Yeah.
Well, right now, as of today, the only way to
yeah.
get the gym shirt is to go to the gym. But next week, Ryan has rebuilt the REDCON1 gym website, and it will be available to be purchased on the gym website.
That's true.
Are you delivering out of another city? No, it all comes out of South Florida and Boca right here. Well, I think that's what you're asking. Aaron, would you ever compete in a show? No.
Did somebody say you're the water to my total war?
Maybe. Is REDCON Gym going to move or just stay in Florida? We're not going to move. If you mean like open more locations, that's definitely possible. Looking forward to meeting you at the hopefully I will get to meet you there, sir. I won the IG giveaway for Emery Light RTD samples a few weeks ago and haven't heard anything. Email right now, Eduardo@redcon1.com. Eduardo@redcon1.com. Ann says she did Scholar and didn't get an answer. So email again and then CC me on it, Aaron@redcon1.com. Now all of a sudden you're going to get a very quick
You're going to
answer.
give her a stroke.
Let's see. Can you show us workouts you can do from home?
Non-responsive.
We could probably do that. We could probably give you some suggestions from home.
I know.
Let me see the jacket, Ryan. People want to see the jacket.
I know Hypertrophy Coach is working on some home stuff.
Oh,
Hypertrophy.
Hypertrophy.
Hypertrophy. You could say hypertrophy, I guess, but that's not the right way. So this is the REDCON1.
Tomato.
Right?
Yee.
Very thick jacket. And it is a concealed carry jacket.
Ooh.
Which, maybe not everybody would use, but some of you probably would think that's pretty damn cool, too. This is a very heavy-duty jacket.
I want one.
Like I said,
on the website.
The only issue is going to be over $100 for sure. So
I don't sweat that money. Wrong guy.
have a patch on the site, Surge
cool.
patch. Okay, cool. How do you get sponsored by REDCON1? First thing I would tell you is to go
for nowadays.
to tieroperator.com and join the tier operator program and work your way up the top. Adding long shirts. They look like a belly shirt on me. Long shirts. The demand for a long shirt is pretty damn
You don't
limited.
even wear long shirts.
He's asking to a long shirt.
No, but I'm saying you
No,
don't
I don't wear a
them.
long
You're
shirt, no.
insanely tall.
Hey, Nathan, how are you, buddy? Nathan from the UK. Nathan, hopefully you're doing well, bud. Are you guys having a sale soon with pre-workouts and aminos? Well, right now we're having a sale where you can save 25% off on everything on the site. And if you spend $50, you get a free hoodie and the free new K9 Veterans Day shirt for free. Both of them for $50 purchase plus 25% off.
Oh, the guy that sent you this pen.
I shouted him out. Show him. Shouted him out. Thank you very, very much for the pen. Your operator sent this to me.
Brenda and Curtis Summers.
Yes. They sent this, and I really appreciate it.
He has signed many checks with it already.
Super cool pen. It's right here on the desk. New challenge coins. Yes, challenge coins have been ordered, right?
Yep.
Both of them, not just foundation one. They've all been ordered.
I believe.
The other ones, I think she needed to change the design still on the back, because remember, it was too plain or something.
How long does it take to do that? Like 15
Manage
minutes?
bro.
10 minutes? And we keep delaying the coins. They should have been ordered. I don't know. Any chance of the Somos coming back? No. Wrist wraps. We have wrist wraps back there. I don't know if they're on the site. They're on the site. So go check out
straps.
Your wrist wraps end straps are both back there in a box.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know if the straps don't seem to be on the site. Wraps 100% should be on the site because there's boxes of those. Go check out, if you go to the site, type in the search bar, wraps and straps. If you want to do straps too, they both should be on the site.
There's no wraps.
They're back there. There's tons of them.
Not on the site.
Now type in straps.
Oh, Taylor.
Zero.
There's 36 red ones there.
Yeah, there's
and,
boxes.
and the green ones there.
There's boxes of them back there. So,
So the green ones are on, and so are the red.
but the straps, the green straps are on there. On
The
site.
green straps are on there.
So there are wraps and straps on the site.
No
right?
wraps on the site. No.
Should we?
Wraps are zero.
Okay, they're back. They're back there.
Should we talk about the exciting launch on Amazon of the 15 serves?
We usually don't encourage people to go to Amazon, but we are open. We did release, or about to be officially on Prime, 15 serve total, basically trial servings of Total War in 6 different flavors.
Yeah.
So they're more money though, so they're a little bit more than you would be paying otherwise. But if you want to try different different flavors you wouldn't otherwise get, this would be a good place to go check it out. Are you going to have more products in Walmart and other stores? Well, the plan is to be the biggest supplement company in the world. That's the plan. So Walmart is the biggest store chain in the world, maybe the biggest company, period, in the world. So we're excited that it sounds like we will be having some products in Walmart come October. We will certainly not have every product. That's not how it works. But we will have some stuff and some limited flavors. And for people out there who are, it's difficult to go to any store. Maybe you don't have a GNC, a Vitamin Shop, or any of these other places we're sold close to you.
You have a Walmart.
You almost always have a Walmart. So I'm excited about that, and it is a big step for us. It's cool because Walmart I've always thought of as in my opinion, has always been thought of in sports supplements as not a good place to be sold. It's like the place supplement companies go to die. Well, they have new buyer there, and they're taking on premium products, premium brands. We'll be the first true premium brand they have there. And the price points are not going to be affected. They're not trying to dilute the quality of the brand equity or anything like that. They're creating a real supplement section there, so it's going to be pretty cool. And I'm excited that we're right on the front lines of them really changing how they're thought of. So really cool. Let's see. We'll be showing the spring apparel prior to the release. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prior to the Tennessee.
I think he means release.
Oh.
When are we gonna get challenge coins coming in? I don't know. They're gonna keep asking me that now.
You're upsetting him.
I don't understand how they're not ready. It doesn't make sense. I'm excited to try your products. Thank you. I'm excited for you to try the products. You said in January that the reason the coins will be used for something to hold on to them. When will this occur? Well, first off, Ty, I definitely did say that, and keeping the coins and collecting them is going to pay off for you for sure. The plan is to have a dozen coins made before anything like that happens, or 10 plus coins made. So we got to speed up on our end so that we get something exciting happening, sooner than later, right? Let's see.
Any combat veterans among your staff?
Correctional coins.
Sponsored?
Yes. Any coins that you guys have sent me here to the office has been added to my coin collection right there in front on my desk, which if you're watching on Facebook, you can see right there. What was the question?
Any combat veterans among your staff are sponsored. Former Army Ranger, stuntman, actor, love your concepts.
Yes.
Never tried any of your products. Samples for first timers.
Yes. We have quite a few people, from Terry Hewin, who was just here, who was a Gold Squadron SEAL Team 6 operator and SEAL for 26 years, all the way down to our wholesale one of our wholesale managers, Zach Leeds, who was a combat veteran Marine, and we got Johnny Primo, who's a Green Beret, and a long list of other ones. But happy to send out
Cedric McMillan.
Yeah, Cedric McMillan is active duty Army right now. So
Eddie Gallagher.
Yep, Eddie Gallagher, of course. There's a long list. Yep. People are saying, Walmart, is this like in Alabama? There's no GNC is eventually hard to find. There's Walmarts everywhere. Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying challenge coins now. Like to hear about Mental Edge. I think maybe you mean
Mental Trigger,
or maybe you're talking about quite possibly War Games, which is our big
game.
Oh, we're getting low on time. So War Games is our formula for video games, for performing at video games. I have to see if our flavor samples have arrived because I know we're expecting them to come Friday. Eric was out on a business work trip, so it may be sitting on his desk right now. We didn't even know it. All right. So Mental Trigger is our capsule mental focus product.
That's my favorite.
And it's very popular for capsule. War Games will be, honestly, a much more robust, bigger formula, but you got to drink it, right? Okay. So we are giving away, guys, if you don't already know, an immune stack, which is the GI juice and a med kit today. And how we're going to do that right here on IG, you guys is, I'll tell you on Facebook in a second and everywhere else. Because we're on YouTube also.
Yep.
YouTube, we're probably not be able to do the game. But this right here is a number between 1 and 100. And it's in my head, and I've written it down here. And if you can...
There it is, Randy 84.
Oh, Randy already won. Randy 84. Randy, you already won. So all you have to do, Randy, is DM Eduardo E. Silva
87.
E. Silva 87 right now, your address, and we're going to send these out to you right away. So sorry, Randy, it won that fast. That never, ever happens. It's the second number guest.
Ever happens.
So Randy wins. Now you guys on Facebook, just hit the share and the like button. I should have started this whole thing off saying this. Hitting the share and the like button automatically enters you to, actually that's okay, that's only Instagram. Automatically enters you to win the 2 products, the GI Juice and Med. Hit the share and the like button. Make sure you enter. Let's see if there's any other questions before we go on Facebook. Before we end the show.
Do you have any REDCON1 Velcro patches?
Yes, we do. They're on the site, right? Right, Eduardo?
Let's see.
They should be on the site.
Tactical patches there.
All right.
So if that wasn't there, I was gonna cry because I know I had to put those.
Yeah, I knew they'd be there. I was pretty damn sure the wrist straps are there too because they're in that whole thing, and I believe I asked certainly you, but I definitely asked Marcos and Taylor too if everything in those boxes over there was on the site. He said, yeah.
A lot of compliments here. That's very much what it is.
Anything else? Anything important? Just reminding you guys one final time, the deal right now is 25% off with the code K, letter K, and then number 9. It's 25% off. When you spend $50, you get the awesome K9 dog shirt for our K9 veterans. With a part of the proceeds going to the Warrior Dog Hoop Foundation. And then you also get the hoodie plus 25% off. Doesn't get any better than that. And if you want to win the products, make sure you press the share and the like button on Facebook now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.